Recent studies suggest that Florida has some of the most dangerous ones. Are any of the most dangerous beaches here?
Florida beaches are closing, and it's not because of sharks or storms. Something mysterious has been discovered beneath the waves. It began with a blip, literally. Fishermen off Florida's Gulf Coast, casting nets near Miami Beach, noticed their sonar screens lighting up with something odd. Vertical spikes, too precise to be natural, too large to be debris. At first, they thought it was a shipwreck. Florida's waters are a graveyard for old galleons and sunken freighters. But when divers went down to check, they found no rusty hulls or shattered masts. Instead, at 30 feet deep, buried in silt, was a massive geometric structure, metallic, smooth, and pulsing with a faint hum that sent shivers through the water. Compasses spun like tops, and depth gauges fritzed out. One diver described it as too perfect, like it was carved by something that doesn't make mistakes. The object, taller than a house, was etched with spiral patterns that glowed faintly under torchlight. Fish avoided it like a plague, leaving an eerie dead zone around it. This wasn't just a find. It was a signal that something massive was afoot. Within hours, the Coast Guard was on the scene, and by nightfall, black helicopters buzzed overhead. What was this thing, and why was it freaking out everyone from local fishermen to federal agencies? The beaches didn't just close, they were sealed. Miami Beach, Fort Lauderdale, even remote stretches of coastline were suddenly off limits, with National Guard units blocking roads and Navy vessels forming a perimeter offshore. Tourists were hustled out of hotels, businesses shuttered, and locals told to stay indoors. The official statement? National security concern. That's it. No details, no timeline, just a vague warning that raised more questions than it answered. Drones sent by curious locals were jammed mid-flight, and marine tracking apps went blank in a 50-mile radius. Satellite images of the area, scrubbed from public view. Leaked footage from a rogue diver showed floodlights piercing the night waves, with ROVs, remotely operated vehicles, swarming the site like underwater drones. The secrecy was suffocating. Even mainstream media, usually quick to speculate, was stuck recycling vague press releases. Online, conspiracy forums exploded with theories: a crashed UFO, a lost Atlantean relic, or maybe a secret military project. Gone wrong. The lack of answers only fueled the fire. Why would the government lock down an entire coastline for a single underwater object? And why were foreign ships, disguised as fishing boats, starting to linger just beyond the exclusion zone? When researchers finally got a closer look at the underwater structure, they were floored. This wasn't steel, titanium, or any alloy known to humanity. The object's surface, smooth as glass yet untouched by barnacles or algae, seemed to shrug off the ocean's corrosive grip. Under electron microscopes, samples revealed nanoscale patterns, intricate, spiraling designs too precise to be natural, yet showing no signs of machining or tool marks. One geologist, speaking anonymously, called it a material that shouldn't exist. It was warm to the touch, even 30 feet underwater, and emitted a faint, rhythmic vibration that messed with nearby equipment. Compasses went haywire, and encrypted comms crackled with static. Stranger still, the structure's surface seemed to shift subtly, its etched patterns reconfiguring in response to light or sound pulses from research probes. Scientists whispered about smart materials or even nanotechnology, but nothing in our current tech could explain it. Was this crafted by an ancient civilization with skills we've lost? Or is it something extraterrestrial, built with knowledge far beyond ours? The more they studied it, the less it made sense, and the more the government tightened its grip on the data. The discovery didn't just disrupt human activity, it's rewriting nature itself. Around the site, marine life is acting bizarre. Schools of fish give the structure a wide berth, creating a dead zone where no creatures swim. Coral reefs nearby, previously dying from warming waters, are showing inexplicable regrowth, glowing faintly with colors divers swear they've never seen. In the Everglades, migratory birds have veered off course, and dolphins are emitting strange, almost mournful calls. Locals report power flickers, cell signal drops, and even faint auroras in the night sky, unheard of this far south. Seismic. Sensors have picked up low-frequency pulses from the site, too regular to be tectonic. almost like a heartbeat echoing through the ocean floor. Biologists brought in under the guise of environmental studies are now theorizing that the object might be emitting frequencies that interact with DNA or cellular processes. Could it be influencing life itself, intentionally or not? The implications are staggering. A device that can reshape ecosystems or even evolution. But is it healing the environment or manipulating it for some unknown purpose? The silence from authorities only fuels the growing unease. Here's where things get really wild. Ground-penetrating sonar suggests the structure isn't just a lone monolith. It's the tip of something massive, potentially stretching over a mile beneath the seabed. Scientists now suspect it's part of a larger system, possibly networked with other hidden structures worldwide. Classified satellite sweeps have flagged dark anomalies in places like the Pacific Ocean and remote Antarctic valleys, sites that dodge radar and thermal imaging. A leaked DARPA memo hints at a new project, codenamed Locus, tasked with hunting these anomalies. The Florida object sits at a rare convergence of magnetic ley lines and deep fault zones, suggesting its location isn't random. Some researchers speculate it's been dormant for millennia, activated by shifts in Earth's magnetic field or solar activity. Others go further. What if it's a node in a planetary or even cosmic network, signaling to something or someone far beyond Earth? The idea that this thing might be waking up has sparked heated debates. Is it a beacon, a warning, or part of a machine we're only now noticing? The Navy's Floating Command Center, bristling with quantum computers, is racing to find out before someone or something answers back. The underwater structure isn't just sitting there, it's communicating. Researchers on the Navy's Floating Command Center have detected faint, rhythmic pulses emanating from the object, not in radio waves or sound, but in an unknown electromagnetic spectrum. These signals don't match any human code, yet they're too structured to be random. Cryptographers and linguists, flown in under secrecy, are stumped. The patterns resemble nothing in known languages, ancient or modern. One analyst, speaking off record, described the pulses as like a conversation, but we don't know the language or who's listening. Stranger still, people living near the quarantine zone report vivid, synchronized dreams of spiraling patterns and voiceless whispers in tongues they somehow understand. Neurologists studying these cases found unusual brain activity, synchronous bursts across both hemispheres, as if minds are being tuned to a shared frequency. Some theorize the structure is probing human consciousness, mapping thoughts, or even memories. A classified experiment linking a scientist's brain to live footage of the object's patterns triggered a trance-like state, with the subject scribbling equations that hint at new physics, curved space-time, folded dimensions. Is this thing broadcasting a message or downloading something into us? The Pentagon's silence suggests they're as unnerved as we are. What if this structure isn't from Earth at all? The leading theory in classified briefings is that the object, buried along a magnetic ley line, was activated by cosmic triggers, solar flares, polar ice melt, or even subtle shifts in Earth's magnetic field. Quantum computers modeling its behavior suggest it might be a quantum memory device, storing data across millennia, possibly observing humanity since our earliest days. But here's the kicker: it could be signaling outward. Recent neutrino spikes in Antarctica and odd gravitational anomalies near Jupiter, once dismissed as noise, are now being linked to the structure's pulses. A DARPA insider leaked that the object might be a beacon, part of a galactic network waiting for the right moment to activate. The implications? This could be first contact, or a warning we're not ready for. Global powers are circling, with Russian and Chinese ships probing the exclusion zone, risking a standoff. Meanwhile, religious scholars see divine signs, noting the object's patterns echo sacred geometries in ancient texts. Is it a relic of a lost civilization, an alien probe, or something woven into Earth's very fabric? Whatever it is, it's forcing humanity to face the unknown and question our place in the universe. The beaches of Florida remain sealed, the waves lapping quietly over a secret that's rewriting everything we thought we knew. This underwater structure, pulsing, shifting, and defying explanation, has sparked a global chess game of science, secrecy, and power. Is it a gift, a threat, or a mirror reflecting humanity's potential and peril. The government's lockdown, the environmental oddities, the cosmic hints, all point to something bigger, something that might not just change history, but redefine it. For now, the object waits beneath the waves, silent yet alive, watching or perhaps judging. One thing's certain, the truth is out there, and it's closer than we think. That's all for today, but more brain-bending weirdness is coming. Hit that subscribe button.